What's going on? What's going on? You got the almighty DJ CJ Flash having a blast back with a brand new live episode of I Remember That Song. Here to tell you all about it is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jerry Dub.
CJ Flash, Dominus, Ominous,
Dominus.
R&B, violin swag.
Wait a minute. So you just remixing stuff now.
Violin swag.
You just remixing. I got you.
I had to throw that in, and you'll know why in just a minute, man. Oh, well, you already know why, but everybody else will know why in just a moment. How you doing, man? You got a new little setup there, huh?
Yeah, I had to switch the scenery around a little bit.
Records on the wall. What you got on the wall? Is that
change the lighting a little bit? Got a little Mr. Marley, Robert Nesta, Marvin Pence. I got two of them. Ooh, there's a second.
Marvin.
Of course, you already know who that is. The Elements. And, the world famous show Insignia.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jimi Hendrix, Mr. D'Angelo, Mr. James Brown, Narda Michael Walden.
Nice. So that's nice for the Bay Area. That's right. Now you switch them up from time to time, or you gonna leave them like that for a while, or what?
Well, no, I think they're gonna stay for a while. And this is my introduction to my daughter when I was teaching her how to DJ at like 4 years old. Really can't see it too much, but that's me and her.
Nice.
Or she's showing me how to DJ. How about that?
Okay, very nice, very nice. It looks good, bro. It looks good.
Thank you.
Well, it's good to see you again. We haven't done a live show, a new show in about 3 weeks, so it's good to see you. Let's go ahead and bring in Ryan Nicole while we're at it, so we can talk about how long it's been all together. You know, D minor is coming with it. Big Russ is on assignment. I think something to do with that Green Lady movie. What is it? You know what I'm talking
Wicked?
about. Wicked, yeah.
Wicked. Is it out?
Well, he's doing the premiere
Part
tonight.
two.
Part two. Man hat tonight.
It's a two-parter, so this is a second installment.
So he's doing that one tonight. So we're gonna leave that. So everybody's doing good.
Yeah.
Ryan, you've been busy. I know
very, very busy, and you know, not only am I busy, but my children are busy now. Everybody's got a schedule, so yeah, just ripping and running.
Things coming up in December, January as well, right?
You know how it is. Yeah, we got Tech Week this week in Oakland, pushing that, and then in spring we have an announcement at the end of Tech Week about the spring for co-founders, but we'll tell you guys at another time.
Who did I run into yesterday or day before? Oh, I saw Jasmine Saturday night at the Donald Lacey event, and she was whispering some things to me about co-founders.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I won't tell you what she said, just in case she's right.
Don't tell the world yet.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's good to see you all. And D Minor, like I said, will be here in just a minute tonight. Let me go ahead and introduce our guest and get him up here so we can get that going. Tonight, we have got a very talented brother. It's DEMOLA, the violinist. He's from Lagos, born in Nigeria. He's a brother that's now based in Houston, Texas, but he's known around the world. And to prove that, I can tell you he's got 970,000 followers on Instagram and growing, and 1.7 million followers on TikTok. Brother, can I bite off like a couple 100,000? I know he can afford it.
You won't miss it.
He won't miss. He'll get it right back after watching the show. Get it right back. Now, he's going to be coming here to the Bay Area. He's going to be at Yoshi's in Oakland, December the 5th and December the 6th. 2 shows each night. I can already tell you that one of the shows on Saturday night is sold out. So you got 3 shows to choose from, and you better hurry up because he ain't playing, you know. So let us bring to the stage and join us on IRTS Live, Mr. DEMOLA, the violinist. How you doing, brother?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. Legend, G-Dog.
I don't know why he says that. I don't know why he just says that. But I'll take it.
Thank you for having me. Almighty CJ Flash. When I say almighty, I have to do my hand like this. You know? Thank you for having me, Ryan Nicole. You know, the pretty Ryan Nicole. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming through.
Yeah. You can feel free to do the violin swag too if you want to, you know.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Go in peace, my son. Go in peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your Highness.
You've seen the show before.
Yeah. So you're in Houston, Texas.
Yes, I'm in Houston. I'm currently in Houston now.
So
nice. How you like it?
like, listen, Houston is chill. You know what I mean? Like, East Coast is freezing right now, people, and all of that whole stuff. And we just like, I can take my shirt off right now. It's not hot. It's not
Sure,
cold.
go
Cold.
for it. Actually,
No, I
yeah.
mean,
You said it. I
hold on.
didn't. Go right ahead.
We don't even know
I
you
see-
yet, man. So hold on with your
Listen,
clothes, all
y'all
right?
don't tempt
I
me
saw
now.
the
I don't like.
flyer. I saw the flyer. So
Yeah, I see he works out a little bit. I've seen it too, but just hold on. Let us get to know you a little bit before we get to taking off shirts. Matter of fact, I might take off my jacket.
why you
Oh,
being
man.
demure, Jerry?
Let's go.
Stop
I
it.
like that.
He's trying to have a battle, Demola. Yeah, he's trying to have a
Yeah.
battle.
So listen, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun with you tonight. I can tell already. But before we get started, my girl Ryan needs to say hello to the folks that are out there watching and get some of them in the house. Are you ready? You set?
I'm ready. Yeah,
go.
I'm ready.
Let's
I
go.
don't know if the internet is ready. I've been having a
Okay.
little bit of delay, so please forgive me, anybody who sees me glitching or I'm not breakdancing. It's the internet. It's good to have you here with us this evening, this afternoon, this morning, depending on where you are joining us on the globe. As you know, we are on a couple different platforms: Facebook, YouTube. You can search us at IRTS Live or IRTS Show on YouTube, and we are IRTS Live. We're on Instagram. We are on Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter. We're also on Roku. So if you want to watch us on your big screen TV, soultvwatch.com. That's how you're seeing us across the pond. Thank you so much for joining us. We want you to do 5 things. You know what it is. We want you to like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, put your name and place in the chat. Just those 5 things for us. Back to you, G-Dub.
Yes, and we're also on LinkedIn too. We're on LinkedIn.
We're on
too.
LinkedIn. Look at us.
On LinkedIn.
Professional.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to 1 point. Well, I'm just trying to get to 1 point. 1,000 or whatever it is, like it. So tell me something, Demola. First of all, when I was looking up and researching you, I was struggling with a demola. So you told us a little bit about that before. So explain to us how you pronounce your name and why.
So my dad is from the Yoruba tribe. My dad is Yoruba. My mom is on the Igbo side. In Nigeria, there are like 3 major tribes. There are 250 tribes, so more than 250, but these are the 3 major ones. English is our official language, but it's not our indigenous language. So we have the Yoruba, we have the Igbo. Now in the Yoruba and the Igbo, when we have E, we pronounce the E like E. When a word starts with the E after a consonant, like D-E, B-E, D-E-B-E, K-E, something, it is pronounced as A-Y. So D-E-M-O-L-A is pronounced as Demola instead of Demola. B-E, B-E, for example, B-E-I or whatever, B-E-M-P is pronounced as Bay. B-I is the B-E. So we pronounce B-I instead of bi, we pronounce B-I or D-I as D. And the E is pronounced as
Got it.
E-Y. So Demola, Ademola, Adeshola,
Are you Ade? Ademola?
It is A-D-E-M-O. We just throw away the A and just call it Demola because it's cool to say Demola instead of Ademola. It's like,
I like them all.
one consonantless. However, it means the same thing. So it's not, how you take a syllable off or a word and then it means something different. Demola means exactly the same thing as Ademola.
Which
Exactly
is
the
what?
same word, and it means like, I'm not trying to be like proud, whatever, but all that means wealth. Ade means crown, means a monarch. Ademola means very affluent king, very influential king, a king that is superior to other kings. That's what it means.
Okay.
So it's not just a name, it's a title. So most times the
Yes.
name comes with a few other names that follow it. So Ademola, Adetokunbo, Balogun. So it's like that. But they take
Yeah.
the first name. And most people who bear that names are kings or princes. And they are always wealthy and affluent, not just money, but also in power and in connections. It's just whatever. So my dad decided to name me Ademola, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But
Not
when I started
bad.
growing, I wanted to ask the meaning. I started asking, like, in the village, they told me, like, do you know the meaning of your name? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Then they started telling me the meaning of the name, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's simple." They're like, "No, it's not simple. This is the history of the name, and this is why
Yeah,
it was called, and that this is what the name means." And I'm like, so you have to live up to the name." I'm like, "Okay, I got to
yes, you
reach
do.
one way or the other. I got to make this bread." You know what I mean? So
You're
Yeah,
doing all right.
gotta be.
You're doing
I
all
love
right.
it.
It's kind of like
I-
when CJ calls me the man, the myth, the legend. It's kind of the same
Oh,
thing what you're describing.
Kinda.
that's
Without
it.
the
or the
money, without the money.
You got
yeah,
you got the money. See, listen,
you
Man,
gotta
got the
live up
legends.
to it.
we gotta
My
get to live.
co-writer is Adefela. So I have a co-writer, and yeah, her
Adefela,
husband,
yeah.
Adefela. Yeah. Yeah. So she's from, oh, she's not, but her husband is from Nigeria.
Nigeria, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Hey, so listen, let's do this because I forgot to ask Nicole to say hello to some of the people that have popped in, and then we're going to get to some of your music. We're going to talk about you coming to Yoshi's. We're going to talk about a nonprofit that you're running, and just find out a little bit more about DEMOLA from Lagos. So, Ryan, Nicole, say who's in the background. I'm trying to
Yes.
I got a note here
Well,
from
you tell me,
D
because
minor.
I tell you what, if I pull up a computer or any other page, this whole thing will crash. I'm
Okay,
certain
well,
of
we
it.
won't do that then. I got it then. We don't want
That's why I'm
that.
trying to
Like, listen,
I'm actually trying to stay still. It's
All
a
right,
lot
so
going on here.
I see that we've got Kim Pruitt in the chat. Thank you, Kim, for connecting to us with Demola. We've got Shirley
Kim.
calling from Atwater. Faye
What?
is saying hello to G-Dub and to Flash. That's Faye.
Hey,
Just
Faye.
says Faye. I'm not sure who that is. Gina Champion Smith is up in Seattle. Faye is from the Shy. Is that what I'm seeing there, Flash?
That's what it
Okay.
is.
All right, Michael Austin. Big ups. He must be happy. He got his food, so he's happy. He's on the line with us now.
Exactly.
Let's see. Stephanie Jackson says, greetings, Prince. And she said SMJ from the Bay.
SMJ.
Dave Elder is back in Delaware. So we're all around the United States right now. We're going to be more to come too. So listen, what I want to do is I want to start out by playing a video of one of your songs. It's what people need to understand if they don't know your music. One, they can Google you because you are all over the internet. And that is why you got, there you go. And remember.
There you go.
That's it.
Violence.
But I love your fashion. I love your style, and I love that you're so happy doing what you're doing. So I want to make sure that some people got to see what you are all about. So I'm going to show a video here in just a second. We ready to do that? Take a look at this. Nice.
That's cool.
It just stops like D'Angelo.
Nice.
That's cool, man.
It's props, man. Not everybody can pull off the Beetlejuice slacks, man. Not everybody. Got it.
Yeah.
okay.
He said, "Oh, that's the kind of party we had." Okay, all right.
All right. So tell us. You know, and we don't like doing the basic questions. You know, like so you get started and all like that. But I guess we gotta again, just for people who don't know who you are and don't know what you're about. How did you come upon doing R&B music with a violin out of Nigeria by way of Houston in 35 seconds? Can you tell us that, please?
No rush.
It sounds like I'm in an exam when I'm home right now. In 35 seconds. Okay, let's go. Okay, I started off playing the violin and playing R&B music because I grew up listening to R&B, hip hop, and jazz. My dad and my mom listened to pop and all of that, so I knew a lot of these songs. And when I started playing the violin, I wanted to play.
Okay, I was kidding, man.
That's right.
Feel free to slow it down.
Okay, I'm gonna slow down what I just said. Most of this music, I I won't say most, but a lot of the songs I grew up, my dad was very heavy on music. So my dad would listen to music. He had DJ friends, my dad was listening to African music, Afrobeat, high life, hip hop, jazz, R&B. My mom on the other hand was heavy on reggae, was ready on pop music, was heavy on R&B songs, was ready on our own African music and all of that. So it was a classical music. So it was a blend of both of them. So I grew up with very balanced and healthy, music palette. So I can listen to, I know this one. This is, I can do this. Even if I don't know the artist, I know like my mom used to play country, my mom used to play rock and roll. She would fake like she's a guitarist and be dancing in the living room. But I'd be like, and so they used to go on this duel. My mom is playing, and it was radio then. So we had like several radios. We had like probably two radios in the room. My dad would play his radio in the living room. My mom would play when she wants to cook. She would move her whatever to the kitchen and play. So they turn the radio volume. So when I'm listening to one, I go to the room, I'm listening to another one. It's like the best, the best record. That I would say the best cassettes. It was radio cassettes they were using and all of that. So I grew up on that. And so I knew a lot of songs. So when I started playing the violin, I wanted to do it. I just wanted to play what I knew. I wanted to play what was cool, what was popping. I was that kid who knew nearly every song. Then I'll be like, I know this song, I know this song, I know this song. So I wanted to play when I became a teenager. I wanted to play that on the violin. You know, that's how I started playing every genre. You know,
Wow. Are you classically trained?
I didn't go to school to study classical music, but I'm classical trained. So I taught myself, and then I got drafted to a national orchestra, and I met more professional musicians, and I met I was reading music. I was teaching myself with all of that whole stuff like about 6 months, and I got drafted into the orchestra, and I started performing with orchestra guys, professional players. And of course, when you get drafted into the orchestra, you have your conductor and all of that. And for me, it was more of a one-on-one learning experience, writing on the spot, on the job type of stuff. Like, started traveling, And so the classical music in me became the real thing that actually guided me into the portal. So like I write, I compose, I can transcribe music. I started writing for jazz bands. I started writing for string quartets. I formed my own string quartet. I started traveling. We're doing exams, Royal School of Music exams in London, Royal School of Music exams. We did the highest grade, even the highest grade on string quartet and ensemble music. So classical music,
Wow.
yeah, from classical music to the high, and I love it. I love
It's so
classical music.
fascinating that you're self-taught and it's not an easy instrument. It's not an easy modality. That's
You're
amazing.
right. You're right. You're right. A lot of times people ask me, like, so when I was touring and performing with people, they would ask, oh, so where you studying? And I'm like, studying? Oh,
At home.
I'll be like, I'll just tell them, I'm like, yeah, I'm studying in blah, 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 blah. And I tell them what I'm studying. They're like, wait, you studying science laboratory technology? You're a scientist? I'm like, yeah,
Wow.
I isolate cells. I, I work in malaria research. They're like, how are you doing this and doing that at the same time? I'm like, so when I got into college, I was doing microbiology, medical microbiology. I was doing medical research, scientific research, and I was starting with classical, orchestras and everything, to the point that I was actually first chair to in some
Wow.
orchestras. Yeah, I was first chair. Yeah, I was first chair. I was even to the point I started playing solo, and I had a orchestra accompany me. So it was very much like I'd come from exams. I'll fly from exam to Ghana to go perform. I'll play solo, and then have the orchestra back me up, and after that, I'll fly back to exam hall. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it was 1 hour flight from Kumasi or Accra to Lagos. I hop on the flight, I finish up my exam, I get to the airport, hop on the next flight to Accra. That weekend I perform, I fly back on Monday into the exam hall to go continue, So it
My
was,
Wow.
goodness.
if I missed the first flight, I'm damned, I probably
Yeah.
so and it happened a few times, I have to travel to like different states to perform. I got a point we're playing classical music in the White House. Our White House is called Aso Rock. Aso Rock, and then I was one of the guys, and afterwards it happened that my string quartet, and I was the leader of my string quartet, became the official string quartet for the White House, our Aso Rock. So we play for Bill Clinton, we play for, name them, all the
Wow.
UNO, all of that whole stuff. Everyone who comes to have meetings with the president or with the Senate or whatever would have to play,
You're
you
like
know.
playing Furley's and then you like drop into Dr. Dre.
Right. You know, the funny thing is, it got to a point they wanted something because when you play classical music and all of that, I was like, yeah, we need to bring some more indigenous stuff so that I like to
Yes.
play pop music, so my string quartet, my cellist was playing guitar, so we'd sit down, I'll give him bass lines, and we just create stuff on the spot. And
Love
it
it.
was very much different, and that's one was one of the things that made my string quartet very fascinating, was because of the innovation that I always come up with. And we would play, like you said, Dr. Dre. We play Dr. Dre fusing with Beatles on string quartet. And then at the point, I was like, I brought my friend who was playing this guitar, and he joined us, and that made it so fully acoustic. So we had a string acoustic guitar, we had a cellist, we had me
Wow.
on the violin, and we had my friend on viola, and they had the other guy on second violin, and I would play songs from different things on radio, and it was fun. It was fun, and we did a lot of gigs. I gigged a lot. I gigged a whole lot. Nigerian Idol, I was backstage. I was writing, string parts. West African Idols, I was backstage writing string parts. With the
Nice.
musicians for the reality TV show. So it was a whole lot of stuff that I did. So
Amazing.
made me very much seasoned. So it's not like I
Yeah.
got into the industry and I'm like whatever I'm doing on social media is like, it's like
Mm.
because the real grind is what I've done already. So whatever I'm doing on
Yeah.
social media is what people like to see, and music that just to entertain. But like the real music, I want to go straight down into like the real core music. I want to go straight into jazz bands, improvisations,
Yes.
orchestral music, string trio. We talk about playing Tchaikovsky concerto. We're talking about playing Mozart concerto. For string quartet. We're talking about Joseph Hades. We're talking about real. I won't say that all this music I'm doing is not real stuff. I'm talking about the real
I
stuff
hear you.
that violin, Western instrument was built around. I
Yes,
did
sir.
it. I loved it, and I went in and switched it, and we do those same things, and we play African drums to it, and it was fun.
Ooh. Ooh, I
You
love
know,
that.
for
Mm-hmm.
example, you're playing.
Hey.
Like,
Mhm.
they were like, wait, what? What's happening? I'm
What is
gonna
going on?
be what pay, but give a pole, bing, 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 bing,
That's so dope.
Mm.
Hey, come
So
Mm.
on.
dope.
and you're like, wait, what? What's that? I've never heard
Yeah.
that before. I
Mhm.
remember when we
Oh,
did this stuff, and Bill Clinton plays the sax, right?
yeah.
Bill Clinton plays
No,
the sax.
yeah, he does.
A lot of
Yeah.
people don't know that Bill Clinton, and this
Oh,
is even
we
over.
know.
I know you
That's
guys
how
will
he
be
got
proud.
voted in,
Hmm.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Arsenio Hall show.
That's
So
all it
Bill,
took.
my string quintet. Then we had a gig, and we had to drive from Lagos. It was an hour and a half to Ogun State. Ogun State is like another state. It's called Ogun State. It's Lagos, Ogun State. The governor of Ogun State and the deputy governor of Ogun State was having this, huge press conference and everything. They were moving from different states, and Bill Clinton was, it was like a breakfast, whatever. Where Bill Clinton came and we were gonna talk and everything, and he requested a song.
Mm,
You know, he requested a song. We're playing and we're backstage just tuning, and he was like, "Oh, let me see." I was like, "Can you guys play this, whatever?" When I'm up there, and I'm like, "Okay." And we looked at it. It was one of the songs that we had. It was like, "Oh, it's been a long time I heard it." I'm like, "Okay, cool. We'll play it. Let's London Dairy Air." And then we got in
ah,
and we played London Dairy Air. And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "We're gonna be playing for this man, and he's heard his stuff. I know he's American." I'm like, "Let's switch it." So I told my pianist we had a piano, me, double bass, whatever. And I was like, if we're gonna play London Derriere, let's switch it. We're gonna play London Derriere like we're Africans. I'm like, I'm gonna put on. Like, we had our whole cap, African cap, and then we dressed very
yes.
Western, like string quartet. And they
Yes.
were like, oh,
Yes.
off to you guys, entertain us before we bring on Bill Clinton. And then we started London Derriere. And I told the keyboardist go ahead, and I held the, we call it shaker here, but we call it
Uh-huh.
shekere. So
Mhm.
Shakere. Yes.
and then we started London Derriere.
Oh my gosh.
And
Mm.
when he came and he heard London Derriere, he was like, "This is the first time I've heard London Derriere like this."
Yes,
And,
Mm.
sir.
and when we finished, when we went back, so he walked back to our shook our hands and we had a conversation. And he was like, "How did you do it? What did you think of? Because I just told you guys to do it right now. How did you
Mhm.
guys come up with the innovation to switch it and make it very much African on stage?" I'm like, I just told him, I'm like, it's inherent with us. like it's inside of us. You know,
It's in us. That's
we
right.
just thought of something that we felt like would make it very much like our own. You know, take music and switch it, and that brings it to what I'm doing on social media. I make this popular music. I make this music. I write my own songs, but I do a fusion of these songs and make it sound new school. Make it sound like, oh yeah, it's not just classic. Like it's our own thing. And
Yeah.
so when people listen to it, they're like, this sounds fresh. This sounds cool. This doesn't sound like the just normal violin stuff. And it doesn't sound like some guy playing. He's like, he's having fun. He's enjoying this stuff. He's owning it. You know what I'm saying?
Right
And
on.
that's what makes me the artist that I am. I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I'm open to, you know, to growth and all of that. But that is how I, you know, created my brand from what I have been doing back behind the scene as a musician before becoming an artist. So when I became an artist, I brought everything with me. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm bringing every damn thing with me. I'm gonna fuse everything and do everything I want to do. So I think I've said enough.
Well, yeah, I was going to say we'll get to go back and ask you some more questions. But first of all, say hello to Damien D. Minor, who joined us here.
Oh, D Minor was popping. How are you, Damien?
I'm doing all right. How y'all doing?
You see me popping my hands up for you? Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Welcome.
Salute, salute, salute,
D
salute.
minor, that is DEMOLA. And let me say for the people who just joined that you're watching IRTS Live every Tuesday night about 7:05. We kick it off with a show just like what you're listening to now. This brother DEMOLA is going to be at Yoshi's here in Oakland, here in the Bay Area, I should say.
Tell
on,
them, tell them,
December
tell
the
them,
5th.
tell them. Tell
December
them.
the 5th and December the 6th.
Tell
Two
them.
shows each night, 7:30 and 9:30. I can tell you right now, the 7:30 show on Saturday, December the 6th, it's already sold out. So you better hurry up and get your tickets right now so you don't get left out.
The one on Friday is almost sold out too. Tell them. The one on
Okay,
Friday.
you just did.
7:30
Okay.
The
All right.
7:30 on Friday is almost sold out. They better run out quickly.
So y'all better go home, take a nap, and make it to that 9:30 show is what you're gonna have to do. So
No,
that-
let us sell out. Let us sell out the 7:30 first.
There we go. There we go.
Almost. Yeah, not done
Nice.
yet.
He said, "Hold on."
nice. So are you you've been I looked at your website and everything like that. So you're traveling all around the country and doing different things and all like that. So I saw you were in Atlanta, really well accepted there. So what's your favorite spot that you've been to so far? Have you been to the Bay? Have you been to the Bay yet?
Yeah, I was in Yoshi's last year.
Okay.
I did 2 shows in Yoshi's last year, and both were sold out. And so this year I was like, let's double it. We're gonna do 4. If I'm not doing 4, I'm not coming.
Hey, I heard that.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, but yeah, we did 2 shows and it was sold out. I'm grateful to God it happened. So I've been to the Bay, and before that, I was in Napa.
Okay. At the
Blue
Blue
Note
Note?
Napa. We did
Yeah,
2
nice.
shows in Blue Note. Sold out too.
I don't know if you heard they're closing that down at the end of the year.
They are.
They're gonna try to move it to San Francisco.
Why are they trying to compete with Yoshi's? Sit your ass down with Napa.
I know.
Like-
I love the Napa venue. The Napa venue is so
sit your
sweet.
ass- okay. Anyways, I did 2 shows there. I did 2 shows there. It was sold out, and that's where I met Kim. And then she was like, "Yo, we need you, in Yoshi. She gotta be in Yoshi." I'm like, "Let's make it happen."
Yeah.
You know. And then before then, I'd been to San Francisco. I did my show at the Brick and Mortar Hall. It was sold out too. So you guys love me there. I would be surprised if they offer also like every time I come, everything is packed, everything is sold out in Bay. So I know that this time around, I was like, yeah, we did 2 last year. This time around, we're doing 4. And it better
AD, this
be
is your
sold
this
out.
is your second home, my brother. This is your second home. I
My
know.
second home, right?
I know you in Houston, brother, and that's my second home. But the Bay is going. We adopting you, man.
Yeah, adopt me, take me. Yeah, but for real though, yeah, for the love in the Bay Area for me is crazy, and I'm like, yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. You're a perfect mix of what we like. We're quite an eclectic bunch here. We like, we like all our foods all mixed up. We like our people all mixed up. We love our music all mixed up. So you hit,
That's
you're
right.
right in the sweet spot for what we enjoy here. It's a lot of Afrobeat here, a lot of, just a lot of culture here.
I love culture. You're right. You're right. I
Gina
love it.
Champion said she saw you up in Seattle about a year ago too. So you're way up in the Northwest too.
Yeah, I'll be up in Seattle too.
Said I
Really
get
cold
around.
though, too cold. But I don't tell them. But don't tell them though.
I didn't tell them you, but you did. Okay, but I did.
Now I have to ask, with you being a resident of Houston, and and Houston being kind of as big as, like, let's say, a LA, if you will, as far as geography wise is spread out. How is the music scene there, and have you been received well in that respected area of Houston?
Yeah. Yes. Listen, in Houston, I am. I'm an ambassador for Houston, not just for the people, but also like when it comes to the arts and culture, the mayor of the city, they want to do something eclectic, something for politicians, something for the city, something for art and blah 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 blah. If I am available, I'm in there
I
every
know
single
that's
time.
right.
And so I've gone on missions with the city as the only artist, since 2022. That's monitoring COVID in Mexico. They want to do state of the art of the city. They want to do anything that has to do with whatever. I'm in there. Houston is my city. I have my own day in Houston. I have the districts. I've gotten awards and all of that whole stuff. Like Nigerians in the city, they don't even think I'm Nigerian anymore. They call like, yo, Houstonian, bro. Like, you have your D's in the city. You have your dad in the city. You know. Um, the Senate or the U.S. House, gave me
Mhm.
something recently again for during my concert like last year. I mean this year. Oh yeah, because I've been doing my concert for the past back to back. So Houston, music in Houston is fire. I won't even lie to you. Houston has become the real. Houston is like Atlanta right now.
Mm.
It's just like, don't tell them. It's a better version of Atlanta. Um,
Shh.
yeah, I'm going to
Demola, can I
Atlanta.
explain one more
I'm
thing
go,
to you, bro?
I'm
Can I
going
get
to
in?
Atlanta in February, so don't say that.
Okay,
I
we
want to
won't tell
interrupt. I want
anybody.
to interrupt and let you know that we don't have 1.7 million followers, but we do have a few, and this show is live. So every
Yeah,
time you
I
keep saying
know,
"don't tell nobody,"
I know. I just
it's
have to
too
say don't
late.
tell nobody, so it feels like what I mean. I
It's a
have to, yes,
secret.
I have to say,
It's a
you know,
secret.
let's
Like
gotta
it.
drop it in. But
There you go.
I mean, I'm not saying anything bad. Atlanta and Houston, they get it. Houston is it. Everybody wants to have a house in Houston now. Every entertainer is in. 50 Cent is here. Chris Brown, Drake, everybody's buying
Yeah.
houses here. So Houston is becoming that city, and in the next 5, 10 years, I won't be surprised. The only thing we really do not have here is what you guys have in Cali, the LA structure, the music structure. You know what they have in New York, where you have the record labels and all of that whole stuff. We don't really have that here. But
Well,
besides that,
Now, do you have a large African population there? Is that what
yeah,
drew you
this is
to
the
Houston?
this, and I'm not trying to be whatever, but Houston is the most diverse city in the whole of America. And
Hmm.
I'm saying it because I'm not just saying, oh yeah, we have a lot of Africans. It is which Africans are we having? We have South Africans, we have East Africans, we have
yeah.
West Africans, and then each country, you will find their community here in Houston.
Wow.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you go to East Africa, you're talking about the Indians, you're talking about the, different. They have their community. Pakistanians, they have their community. Each of them, Indians, Pakistanians, they have their community. All of them have their community. And then when you come to the Asians, they split. You have the Asian community, you have the Japanese, you have the Chinese, you have the Taiwanese, you have the Philippines. Everybody has a community here. So Houston is so diverse and it's becoming bigger and bigger and bigger every time. Texas is so big; they have so much land. So Houston is it. Houston is it, but food, the everything, diversity is huge in Houston.
Yeah.
And so it helps the music. But I think that compared to California, to LA and the Bay Area, the music is still not there yet, because
Hmm.
it's still growing. But it's gonna take like I say, in the next 10 years, in the next 5 to 10 years, you know, you
Take
guys
it
might
off.
probably want to move down here. I'm just saying.
Well,
Yeah.
No,
like I
I don't
told.
like the politics. I don't like the politics in Texas, bro.
Okay, I don't talk
Well,
politics. So I give up.
well, well. That's like I said. That's my second home. So I got folks in Baytown, Sugarland, Navasota.
You,
You
you already
know,
know. You already know what time it
Spring,
is. That's
Southwest
it.
Side, Southeast, in the Ward.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. I got you, brother.
You know it. You know it. You know it.
Oh
You know it.
yeah.
All
It's
right,
coming.
CJ,
Soon it's coming.
CJ Flash. Let's work a little bit more music in here, if you would, please, sir.
Yeah. 6 month pregnant. Hey.
There we go.
Yeah. And I heard about it. Her name is Maxie. I think it's like a bunch of rules. That's okay, bro.
Okay.
As soon as that beat drop, that's it. I'm sure you're gonna get people jumping up and dancing.
Oh, no question.
Now,
If,
do you
if,
sing?
if
You sing
Yoshi's
as well?
wasn't so petite, it would be
Yeah,
easier.
wouldn't it? You got to dance it. Not
I
in
Right
the
have
seat,
to-
but
I-
on
Dance
your
right
seat.
here.
I
You
gotta
dance
I gotta
on your chair. You know?
I did it last. I think I did a song last year. One of the shows in Yoshi's and
Nice.
listen, my concerts. The way I do my concerts, just like, oh yeah, everyone come, let's chill, let's just have a great time, let's be grown and sexy. Yes, a fusion of grown and sexy, a fusion of eclectic, a fusion of all of that, and we have fun. So I want people like dancing on their feet. So I choose and play songs that make people want to dance. So when that came up, like, hey, listen, I love the ladies. I was like,
There you
Yeah.
go.
But don't tell nobody, though, right? Don't tell
Don't tell
nobody.
nobody.
tell them. This one, tell them.
Tell them
I'll
come in
say
the
it in my
body
full
rolls.
pants. I love the
Right.
ladies, bro. Ooh, those ladies in the bed, like, you went in on the song. I was like,
Mm.
listen, I love it.
He
So
said,
so
listen.
we turn up. I don't think, and that's just the thing, because when I perform in Yoshi's, because I'm doing 2 shows, and that time is not enough for me, man. I'm like, yeah, everybody. When we were done with the show,
Right.
everybody's like, wait, we just started. Like, what's
Right.
happening?
It's true.
But I get it. I understand that we have 2 shows, but generally, at the end of the show, people never want to leave.
Yeah.
Because they just feel like they just started. Like, it's like we're turning up from the beginning of the show to the end of the show. I love to turn up.
Nice.
I love to have fun. So
Mhm.
we
Yeah.
do the cool music, the slow music. We do upbeat music. We go to hip hop. We go to Caribbean music, dancehall, reggae. We hit some Afrobeat, slap some rock and roll. Do a little country. It's like, yo, don't think we don't know what's up with country. Give them some country.
We can give you some Tennessee whiskey. It's
There
nothing.
you
Huh?
go. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
that's right.
give
I
them,
know that's right.
giving them some chicken, chicken fried by what's their name again? Drop some stuff, and then we come back and we do some R&B, and we do some turn up R&B. It's all
Yeah.
singing and dancing from beginning of the show to the end. I love it.
Nice.
I love it. I'm so excited about these shows.
I can tell.
It-
Now,
it-
whenever I go, I'm sorry, D, let me say this real quick. But whenever I see an artist doing 2 shows at Yoshi's, I always go to the second show. The first show has got to end at a certain time. The second show, management can just be mad if they want to.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
I'm like, you're right. Anytime I have 2 shows, I'll be like, yeah, first show I gotta end. The second show, I'll do what I like.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
So if you're hearing
Nice.
me right now, you already know. Skip the first show, go to the second show.
Well, the
Mhm.
second
Bye.
show is sold out, right?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
I
one
mean,
that sold out.
No,
yeah,
the
one
first
is
show,
sold
the
out.
first show is sold
Oh,
out.
first show's perfect. Buy tickets for the second show, y'all.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, for
You know what
real.
I'm saying? On Friday, the first show is almost sold out. So go to the second show and go buy the ticket. That's where the major fun is gonna be. Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna push beyond. They're gonna be like, stop. I'm gonna say no.
But shh, you didn't hear that.
Don't tell
You
nobody.
didn't hear nobody. Don't
I
tell
hope
nobody.
Kim is not here. Kim is here. Oh God.
Kim is here.
Kimmy's in the chat. She's in the chat. She's listening and watching. She sent
You
me
didn't
some
hear what
videos
I'm
and things
saying?
already.
Okay, Kim.
She can't hear
Kim.
you. Shh.
Sorry.
Also want to shout out Mark Elliott, the promoter who's bringing you out here too, right?
Yes.
Shout out
Make
Mark
some noise
Elliott.
for him. Make some noise for him. He's so
Yes.
cool. I love him.
Just make sure he don't make sure he don't put you up in the Holiday Inn. He can do better than that. Man. He can do better. Mark, you hear me? You
Mark,
hear
are you
me?
listening?
Oh.
Mark, are you listening? Mark, are you listening? No Holiday Inn. Don't play with me now.
Wow.
Jerry Dove. Jerry Dove says the quiet part out loud every time.
Listen, Mark is such a nice guy. He
Yeah.
pick you up. He have this conversation. He talks so soft.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like life is so easy for him. Like
It's true.
like he's like, hey, bro, and he laughs like everything is so easy and fine, and
It's
he's so
true.
calm, and he's so cool.
What
And
he's
so
happy about is that his artist has made it to town, so he doesn't have
Right.
to worry about that.
because it is.
As a promoter, okay, the artist is here. Thank God. Okay,
Right.
now the
Now
rest
we
is
can
easy
laugh.
for- Yeah.
Mhm.
CJ Flash, you get ready to do us another one?
I think I got another one. Let's
All
see.
right, let's go. We're listening to DEMOLA, the violinist, talking to us.
I'm definitely doing this. You already know.
Please.
I'm definitely gonna do this. I will do this.
I was going to ask you if you sing, but you got an audience full of people going to be singing for you. You don't even need to, man.
Right.
So I only sing my own songs.
Okay.
That's the thing. A song I write, that's the only thing. Like my whole songs, all my I have an album, you know, the 1 in a Million album that has it's the vocal and violin album. So it's me singing Afro beats and stuff. That's the only thing I sing. Every other thing, if I play covers, that's it. That's the album. You know, the beginning of the song from Turn Off the Lights to, you know, My Boo to White GMC to One in a Million, you know, to
Yeah.
Colo to Blessings. Like these are my own songs that I'm singing. You
I
know,
can't
Afro
wait.
pop, Afro fusion and Lover. And anytime I'm performing the songs, you know, like I said, I love the ladies. They be all dancing. Baby, will you be my lover? They say, Lover, will you be my? I'm like, okay. Baby, will you be my lover? Anywhere I dare you go there. They start singing. They don't even know if they don't care. You know, so long as the
Yeah.
groove is everyone starts
Oh
dancing,
man.
and I'm
There you
like,
go.
in great rhythm, you know. But that's the only thing I sing. I don't sing like every other thing. I have to sing it on my violin or I sing it on my guitar.
Now,
Nice.
what's your
Demola,
plan?
you gonna
You got,
oh, go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna tell him he's gonna have to figure out where the after party is. Like
Where it seems like it do
Holiday
wherever
Inn.
he is where it's going to be.
the Holiday
The
Inn.
Holiday Inn.
Wait, hold up. Where's the after party gonna be at? Let me know.
Well,
Oh, I'm telling. Okay, let me help you out. I'll help you out.
it's going to be wherever you're
I'll
going to be. It
connect you.
sound like, man. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
CJ said at the Holiday Inn, so you might have to work that out.
Uh
Now I'm just listening
Still.
to Ryan Nicole. She's gonna tell me where the
Okay.
after party is
Okay.
I'm gonna
at.
tell you where to go.
Don't mind
Parliament.
us. Don't mind
The
us.
Parliament is where you're gonna want to go.
Mhm.
Damola, I have to say it's really good just to see, you know, brothers like yourself that are really out there that's pushing this movement. I know there's D Sharp that's out there, and I haven't really seen a lot of violinists or violas, folks who are playing violas. I think prior to that, I think the last person I ever saw with whoever played a violin was the late great Neil Pointer.
No.
And
No point.
Mhm.
no, I'm sorry, Noah Pointer. Thank
Mhm.
you, Noah Pointer. And so the late great Noah Pointer. So it's great to see you out here really pushing that movement. But I have to ask this question: how important is it to have for you to be a violinist and you play various instruments for what it sounds like? How important is that, especially at a time where you don't really see creativity really being projected into the industry?
I'm not even gonna lie. I think I missed. Sometimes I jokingly say, I think I missed my era. Like I was
Mhm.
supposed to come maybe in the 80s, in the
Yeah,
90s.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
swear, I kind of personally feel like that way because while I love the new school music and everything, I resonate heavy with, you know, the songwriting, the style of
hmm
singing. You know, you finish playing Hotel California, you go, "Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba." You know, you're like, you finish singing, you know, Lovely Day, you pick up the saxophone, Grover Washington, and he plays solo, you know, like, he's like instrumental
Yeah.
music was really heavy. It was like you sing,
yeah,
even the Whitney Houston, you know, you had Kirk Whalum pick up the saxophone and play. Like you
Mhm.
don't have that anymore. Like there's no
Right.
even chance for solos. You
You're
know,
right.
in today's music, if there's gonna be an instrument, it's gonna be sprinkled inside of the music. It's not like
You're
that's
right.
toward
right.
the end. There's no solo like a bridge that like the instrument comes and does the stuff and then it goes back to singing. We do not have it. You
You're
know,
right.
Yeah,
George, even George Michael, you know,
Mhm.
we don't have that. And in the
Mhm.
music video, you see the guitarist or the saxophonist or the keyboardist or the synth player, whatever, doing their thing. You know, so I say that to say that this for me, it's more like the few of us who are doing this, and for me, like I do it and I sing. So it's more
right.
like we're trying to bring back, you know, I won't say the lost art, I would say the benched art, you know, and bring it back into what we have new school. Don't get me wrong, what we have new school is fire, it's dope. It's just
Yeah,
that what musicians have been on the bench now since
Yeah.
middle 90s.
Right.
No, everyone who is top 10, top 20, top 40, you don't, none of them really plays like play mastery. Like they can sing and play the keyboard. Like you have Alicia Keys who is singing and play, but there's no like Alicia Keys solo in any song. Like she's
Yeah.
soloing. Bruno Mars sings and he can play drums, he can play all of that, but you don't see a Bruno Mars pick up guitar and does like a solo or does
Right.
like
Right.
a keyboard. There's no that anymore. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a Stevie Wonder like you hear Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, and while they're done singing, he plays with his mouth,
Mm-hmm. The
harmonica,
harmonica.
or goes to the piano. We don't have that anymore. So people like me who were trying to bring back that benched art in new school, and I think it's pivotal. I think it's heavy, and I think it's, and also understanding I'm also from Africa, so it's kind of okay. You're bringing back this in your own way, but also pushing it into like, because what I'm saying, we don't also have it in our African music anymore.
Mm,
It was
mm,
lost after like the middle 90s. Everything was gone, so it was like a universal thing. And
mm.
so bringing African music like to mainstream and African fusion. Everyone
Yeah.
says, "Oh, Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy," but none of them is adept. None of them is very
Right.
quick on
Right.
any instrument. They are not musicians. They're artists, but they're not like instrumentalists
Right.
who are playing the
Right.
music. So it's getting very, very, very pivotal for me, and the
Right.
few of us who do it, like it's a huge challenge. While it's so important and great, it's a huge challenge because we're trying to find our niche in the
Yeah.
industry,
Yeah.
and it's in the streaming era now. So it's like, oh yeah, there's no playlist that really fits what you're doing. You
It's
feel
so
me?
crazy.
Like
Oh yeah, I
Yeah. It's
understand.
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Oh yeah.
even when you're trying to distribute music, they ask you to define the music. Is it that instrumental or whatever? And they're looking for a way to like, is it cover? If it's original, they don't even know where to place your
Yeah.
music. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh God, how do I? And then when you define it in a different way, it does not carry like there's a list the instruments that are in the song. It's like, no, this instrument is a solo instrument. There's
Right.
no place there to say, okay, Spotify, Apple Music, this is what it means. So it's like
Mm.
we're
Right.
gonna have to create our own lane and figure it out and try it. After that, and try to figure out how we can bring it back mainstream. So hopefully we're able to do it. And if not, I don't know. But listen, I'm selling out shows. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That's
People are
The
right.
loving it. You know what I
the
mean?
the
So
Yes.
algorithms are limited,
very
and we should
limited,
never, we should never try to fit ourselves into the algorithm. And I don't think that you are, but I hear that you're attempting to do what we've always done as a people. You
Yes.
innovate, you create the
Evolve.
music, and they follow you.
Yeah.
you're
And
right.
so you continue to do what you're doing because, like you're saying, people are showing up. They like the vibration. It's just the algorithm hasn't caught up yet. They'll
Right.
find you.
You're right.
Well, I understand that you like, you're a big fan of like Kenny G, George Benson, Michael Jackson, Prince, my man, and Chris Brown, some of your favorites here, right?
Yes.
Yes, simply.
All right, well,
You
I'll
forgot to
ask you
add
the question.
you forgot to add Beyonce and Bruno Mars, but I'll forgive you.
Okay,
Fair.
okay. I will ask you the question I always ask anybody, but the Prince versus Michael. Pick one.
Okay, okay, hold on. I'm gonna answer that. But Prince Michael on what? Entertainment or
Just like if you, let's do the old, if you had to drive for 2 hours in the car by yourself, which one are you listening to, Prince or Michael Jackson? And
it all
if there's
depends.
no wrong answer, there's no right
Yeah,
answer.
yeah, I know there's no wrong answer, but it also depends on my mood.
Yeah.
Listen, DeMello, okay, we understand you're intelligent. I know y'all intelligent and all
But it
like
depends. I'll
that.
tell you. It depends on my mood. So for me, sometimes I actually drive and I'm listening to classical music, and sometimes I drive and I'm listening to hip hop. I'm driving and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to listen to any. I just want to listen to Afro beats. Sometimes I'm driving and I just want to listen to myself,
Well, right
silence.
now you're driving and you're listening to either Michael or Prince, okay? Which one?
Yeah, with the way I feel, right
Oh
now, if
my
I were
God.
driving,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be shuffling between both.
I had no answer for you, G
You know
Dub.
why? You know
Okay.
why though? You know why? I'm
Why?
gonna tell you why. I'm gonna
Tell us
tell you
why.
why. You
Because you're
know,
trying to embarrass me on my own show?
I'm not trying to embarrass you on your show. I'm just you asked me for an honest answer, and I'm giving you an
Yes,
honest
Yes,
yes,
answer.
yes,
Demola.
yes, yes.
The
Okay, go
honest
ahead.
answer is because of what I do. I'm not just I like to entertain. I love Michael for the entertainment. I love Michael for innovation. Is as guys like, okay, what he's done. I listen to he has hits. we're talking about hits. I don't know anyone that has his hits down.
Right.
Michael has hits, and his
Yes.
hits spans 5 decades.
Yes.
Let's not play with Michael. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was just talking about how you can make music that's gonna get mainstream and all of that. Michael mastered that, or he
Yeah.
worked with producers that mastered that. He worked with song producers, songwriters that mastered that. So Michael spans. He's the only guy that has had hot 10 top 10 songs in the past decade. Michael still charts today. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from Prince, but I'm talking about his push. I'm talking about entertainment. I'm talking about how he captures the audience. Michael had that, and he still has it as his death. So, uh, if I'm gonna just look at that alone, that when I'm driving, I want to listen to the hit songs. I want to listen to when I'm listening to him sing. I'm not just listening to him. I'm listening to the producers behind it. I'm listening to Quincy. I'm listening to the writers. I'm listening to the producers of what's the name of this guy, like Rod Temperton.
Yeah.
I'm listening to what they did behind the scene. This is not one boy just sitting down and making a beat. I'm talking about people sit down and create music that Michael sits on and sings. So we're not just giving the credit to Michael because he's an entertainer, but we're talking about the creation of the music itself. I'm listening to all of this whole stuff. I give
Yeah.
that to Michael. But I'm not just gonna sit down and just listen to Michael. I want to listen to somebody get on the song and do something very eclectic and different that nobody does. That is what Prince does. When you listen to Prince's music is not like anybody's music.
Nope.
So I will shuffle. Why? Because Prince picks up the guitar and he does fantastic solos. Just listen to his guitar solo on Purple Rain. Everyone is singing Purple Rain, Purple Rain. I'm not listening to that.
Right.
I'm listening to what happens after 4 minutes and 35 seconds of the song. When he picks up the guitar and plays it, you need to listen to the longer version of Purple Rain. You probably have listened to it, but you probably need to go listen to it differently now. When he played the song from the guitar solo and the whole arrangement of the string, the way he was moving, the modalities till the end of the song, I'm like, wait, this is iconic. It's just like listening to Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen.
Come on
Like
now.
there's some music. Like I listen
Mhm.
to this music, and I'm sorry, there's no Michael Jackson song that I will listen to that will give me that level of musicality because he
Right.
doesn't play no instrument.
Right. Right.
You feel me? I will listen to
Yeah.
Michael and I love his music, but what Michael kills the most, or what is his presence on stage.
Right.
That fact that he can dance, he can do stuff, he moonwalk, that is what
Right.
makes everybody electric. But we're talking about records now. Like when you listen to some of Prince's records, you're like, wait, what is this? Okay, as a musician,
Mm-hmm.
not as an artist,
Mm-hmm.
as just a musician. But as an artist, I'm like, okay, I want a chart. I want
Yeah.
to have hot songs.
Yeah.
That's one thing Michael had over
Yeah.
Prince. Michael had records that were not just in America alone. The records, so every country,
That's right.
everybody's listening to. He had global hits. And that's one
And
thing that Drake,
generational hits.
and that's
Yeah,
one thing
that's
Generational.
that,
right.
yeah, generational. And that's
Yeah.
one thing that, that's one thing that some guys who do like songs that I do not fight them. And they're like, oh yeah, he cannot do this, he cannot. But this dude is creating hits. There's
Drake.
something this dude
Mm-hmm.
has.
Mm-hmm.
You
It's
know what I
true.
mean?
Yeah.
We can't take that away. And these hits, every time you hear Michael's song, it's like, ooh. But so I wouldn't drive 2 hours and just listen to Michael as a violinist. I would mix Michael and Prince. I'm sorry.
You
No,
got it,
no, no.
Jerry.
No,
That's
no,
a
no.
Got
good
it.
answer. That's a good.
2 hours.
Now,
Now,
if
if you
you
say you only
if you
have
could just
one
take your finger out
song,
of my chest right now,
now
okay,
if you tell
man?
me, I'm
Take
so
your finger out of
sorry.
my chest.
But if you tell me, Demola, pick one song
Pick
Right.
right
one
now,
song,
how
Demola.
you feel now,
Pick
Yeah.
one song.
how I feel right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just finished practicing my instrument.
Okay.
So I still am in that musician mode. I'm not
One.
going for I'm not going for Michael
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. You're in Prince.
I'm not
Yeah.
I'm going for Prince right now.
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
Because I just finished practicing before coming on the live. So my head is still thinking notes, everything. And that's what I get when I listen to Prince. I was listening to that that one of the guitar. I don't know if you've watched the video. While she weeps or while he
Yeah, yeah,
weeps. When,
Yeah.
While
when
my
he came
guitar
on
gently
stage,
While my
I was
guitar
watching.
gently weeps. Yeah.
When he came on stage and he finished the solo, and he
Yeah.
did. That was not what they planned. The
Yeah.
backstory. And when he finished and he threw the guitar on them and walked away, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this dude.
It's a
Yeah.
I mean, it
bad
was
move.
crazy because you can even look at George Harrison's son.
Yeah.
You can tell like it was all over his face.
They were just like, just go,
I mean,
keep
yeah,
going.
I mean, he was
Mhm.
euphoric, and just seeing Prince up there. I mean, I was as well, and I wasn't even in the building, and just seeing that it was crazy.
You
You
sure you
know?
weren't
Yeah,
there? You sure you weren't there, D minor?
that kind of stuff. I want to be able to. I want to be able to pick up my guitar and
Oh.
do those kind of fantastic solos and be like, yeah, everybody. I like, you know what I mean? Like,
You say somebody better catch that thing. It costs
Would
a
you
whole
throw
lot of
your
money.
instrument? Would you throw your instrument? Just
if I were on
Whoa.
Prince's level, Prince gave the guitar to somebody. I can,
right.
because Prince went. So this is it. A musician that is so attached to a particular instrument will not give his instrument away out. That guitar was a guitar that was given to him by his stage tech, guitar tech. His major guitar, he will never.
Right.
There is, because there's an attachment. It's like you're giving your wife away. I don't know, like no matter how you're giving to a whole stranger, you're not saying that. No,
Yeah.
but that guitar was probably one of those guitars like Prince
Yeah,
has played like a
whatever.
bunch of
You could
guitars.
say that, but Jimmy set his on fire.
That's
Jimmy
true.
said he's on fire.
That's right.
Oh,
He did set his on fire.
Jimmy
Now he
set
did.
his on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, but he didn't give it to somebody.
No, but he set
No,
it on fire.
no, but that's
I
what
guess
makes
he,
the show.
he set it on fire, but he didn't give it to somebody.
No,
No, he set it on fire though. That's for sure.
On stage.
he said sometimes you got to sacrifice the one thing that you love. And he said
Ew.
He ain't lying.
it. Now let me piggyback on this.
Listen,
This is
I'm
a
not
very
setting my instrument on fire. There's no way. I don't know what Jimmy drank. May he so rest in perfect peace. I don't know what he drank. I don't know what he ate. I'm not doing that.
It won't be me.
Can I piggyback on this multi-instrumental thing that you were speaking about? You come from the land of the original Afrobeat with Fela Kuti, who created
Yes, sir.
what we know as Afrobeat. How much of an influence has he been on your creation or your musicianship?
A lot. I grew up watching Fela Kuti, his radicalism as regards being a politician, but he been on instruments. So on TV they start the whole music, and Fela Kuti was the one who would, because every other person would do the songs and do solos. Fela would start a whole 12 minutes, and for the first 3-4 minutes, he's still playing saxophone and he's jumping from saxophone to keyboard, and he started off as a trumpeter. He plays
Yeah.
Fela's history. He was a church organ, was a pianist. He studied in Royal School of Music, London, and he was playing trumpet. And he was a fantastic classical trumpeter. And he started playing jazz. But he was doing all of that, but he was not popular. It was when he started singing different stuff and started doing different styles, got a little radical, and started playing the tenor sax with a horrible tone.
With a horrible tone.
Yes, I need to say that because he's playing. Don't listen to his tenor sax. The tone is not
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And why? Why?
Right.
Because he was trying to. The whole idea was to try to do something that was so different. The day he picked up the tenor sax and he started teaching, and he was like, "I'm going to play this stuff," and it fits the narrative of what he was trying to create in Afrobeat. He was not going to have that beautiful, sexy tone that he had
Right.
when he was playing, high life and trumpet. He started off with that horrible, and then horrible is not like it doesn't sound great, but it just sounds like arrogant, like
Yeah. Yeah.
like wait, what is this saxophone? Yes.
Yeah.
So he brought out a
It's
whole
true.
different, ugly, arrogant, jive of the sax.
Bombastic. Yeah, you're right.
And
I
everybody was
never
like,
listened to it
and
that
it
way.
fits when it was like,
Yeah.
water,
Yeah.
got me. When he starts his whole solo, everybody's like, wait, what is this? That is
Yeah.
what. And so I grew up watching that, and I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, why does this person's saxophone sound different from this person's sax? And I started understanding characterization.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know, I listened to Fela play High Life and he's on trumpet and he's sounding like an angel on trumpet. You need to listen to that dude play. A lot of people do not know those records, you know. And then you come back and you hear him on, and I'm like, I saw him evolve because my dad was heavy on that. So my dad was the one who played stuff, played DVD, I mean videos, and I was watching. This stuff influenced me, and I wanted to be able to jump from one instrument to the other. That was the first person I knew that would jump from keyboard to this. He would go to drum,
Yeah.
come back, and I'm like, wait, I want to be able to do this too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so when I started, you know, eventually becoming the artist that I am, playing the violin, of course, I wanted to be a master or something first. And I was like, you know what? It's time for me to jump. I mean, I play percussion very well. That was my first instrument. And I was like, you know what? I want to start. And then my dad put me on to Prince. You know, I started watching rock and roll. My dad liked the Keys band. So I was like, guitar was one thing that I always wanted to be able to play the guitar. And so I was like, you know what? It'd be fun for me to be able to play the guitar and that. And then I finally went to pick up sax. Don't tell anybody. Because they feel like I'm a triplet.
Yeah.
On social media, I do the hashtag twin edition. So they were like, do you have a twin? You know? And I go to shows and young girls, when older folks ask me, I'm sorry, and I mean older folks, I'm talking about, you know, like grandparents and, you know, 50 something above. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Jerry. Sorry, Jerry.
I'm not
I feel
I'm
like,
just
again, you
saying.
got your finger in my chest again. What you
I'm
said?
sorry again, but I'm just saying, when they ask me, do you have a twin? And I start laughing. It's different from, and I tell them, oh, no, it's not. It's different from when a 25-year-old walks up to me. When a 31-year-old walks up to me, 32-year-old walks up to me, and he's asking me, do you have a twin? And I'm like, yo, can't you look at the people? I know that it's a split screen. You know, like,
It's the same. Yeah.
it's me.
It's
And
me.
And then I started playing the sax, and I see comments on TikTok or Facebook be like, oh, I thought you were a twin. Maybe this is your cousin. You know, they start giving me reasons. I never answer these questions. I was on live today, and I see how these questions, like, you never answer if you're a twin or you're a triplet. People are confused. Why do I need to answer that?
Oh, good. Yeah. Keep it confused. Keep
Come
the
to my
mystery
show where
going.
you see me play all the instruments. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I don't want to sound horrible or ugly on the tenor sax, just like Fela plays it, because he purposely plays it like that.
Yes.
Yeah. It was
Because it fits, it was deliberate. Because it fits how what Afrobeat was created, like that raunchy, grungy vibe, that vibe.
it
But
was the struggle. You could
there
hear
was
the struggle in the
that is it,
music.
in the music. You get
Yes.
it. And now, for my own music is kind of very much different. You know, my own style of Afrobeat and all of that. So, you know, when I start throwing in some sax solos and those shit, listen, y'all like, yeah, listen. Hey, I can't wait.
Hey.
I just got
You're
I
funny.
just got a soprano sax too. So listen, that's my new
Oh.
baby now. You
Oh.
know what I mean? And
I
I'm bringing
love
it to Yoshi's. Kim,
Right.
if you're listening to me, just get it. 75 minutes is not enough because I'm gonna play that soprano sax for y'all too.
Nice.
Say,
I heard
say.
that. I heard that. I love how excited you are about your music.
real.
It's really
I
exciting.
love it. Listen, I love this shit, man. I'm sorry, but I just
No, you're good. It's like you're like an
Just-
athlete about it, and
it feels good. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I cannot listen to just one artist for 2 hours. Like, how
Yeah.
would I do that?
I can't do that. Yeah.
Basic. It was a softball, bro. Look.
I'll play with you.
It was a softball. You missed the pitch,
He's
but
an
you hit me
artist.
with the bat.
I
He's an
know
artist.
he's
You
a
can't-
Prince fan, right? He's a Prince fan. Right?
Yes, he
So-
is. How could you tell? What gave it away?
Well, all the
The
purple
way he
around
was,
here.
the way he was pressing me to answer. You
Well,
know?
here's the one thing I'll say, and then we can get off of Prince because we get just a few more minutes with you. But I always say I love Michael. You know, I love Michael. It's not about me loving Prince and hating Michael, but I always say there's something like you said. Prince is different, man. And I just say Prince can sing "Head," "Sexy Motherfucker." He can sing about, you know, there's all these songs that Michael would not. If he tried to open his mouth to sing it, people look at him like, "What is wrong with you?" But Prince could sing Billie Jean if he wanted to. He could sing. He could sing a lot of Michael stuff, you know. But
Don't stop till you get enough too.
he could sing that if he wanted to. But there's some stuff that separates him. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, you know you know they were supposed to sing bad together.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
lyrics
Go
was
ahead.
Like, I'm good, bro.
I think while I love Prince a lot, but you know, sometimes I understand how he feels. Like, being a musician, being able to play all this bunch of instruments, understanding all of that. He's like, yeah, he plays some kind of, I'm sorry, some kind of arrogance and ego inside of you, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you do not want to regard, and I'm using the word regard, some other artists that cannot do what you're doing,
Yeah.
because not
Right.
just because they cannot, that he kind of likes, Prince loves musicians, like
Yeah.
Yes.
He does.
instrumentalists. So, if you were to be like, you would see most of his collaborations were with people who could play and sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you cannot play, if Michael was playing an instrument, I'm sure they would have done a collab.
You're probably right about
Mhm.
that.
Demola, if Prince and Michael were still, Prince would want you to come after his concert and jam with him.
He would.
Yeah.
Michael would want you to come over and play with his apes. That's all I'm saying, baby.
Oh God.
Damn.
I
Wow.
don't agree on that, but
Like the
okay.
chimpanzee.
Rest in
That's all I'm
peace.
saying. Hey,
Rest
so
in peace.
really quickly, because again, we just got a few more minutes with you. I need to hear about this nonprofit that you created. So tell us about your foundation that you created.
Okay, so when I started playing the violin, um, I picked up the violin in church. Um, I did not want to play the violin, but I started teaching myself the violin in church. No teacher, nothing. Down the line, I started teaching people in the church too. And finally, one of the guys who was coming to teach in the church once in a while, he was on break in school and he came and he saw that I was teaching. Um, he asked me to play. I played, and he was like, "Yo, you play," because he was in the national orchestra. He gave me, he said, "You're talented, you're gifted. I think that the country is gonna need you." And I didn't understand what he meant. And he was like, "I'll need you to quit your job and focus fully on whatever." And I was like, "This menial jobs I'm doing, less somebody's paying, a little of my bills, and I'm trying to save up to go to college." And it's like, "Listen, just do it." And he gave me materials, and I practiced for 3 months. And 6 months into playing the violin, he introduced me to a guy who drafted me into the orchestra. I didn't know that I was gonna get paid.
Mm,
First gig was to play for the president of our country in Independence, not
Mm.
Independence Day National Orchestra. I was the youngest violinist.
mm,
I'm the poorest violinist. But
mm,
my mom went out to get me one of the jackets. I shook the president. But I played with an instrument that was not mine. I played with an instrument that belonged to a woman, an old woman who put guitar strings on the instrument.
mm,
My mentor then picked it up and asked me to, I brought some money out and he helped me fix it. Um, and my mom sold a leather jacket for a broken case for me to carry. And for
mm.
2.5 years, I used that violin and I saved up money to buy my first violin. I'm saying
Wow.
this story to give you an understanding. First of all, no teacher. Second of all, no instrument. Borrowing church. If I used to steal the church instrument and take it home, I eventually got an instrument, an old instrument, refixed it, and used it to be able to save up. I was that underprivileged kid. I came from a very, 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 very poor background. My mom invested all her energy in education.
Mm,
Um, all this tells, all of this is just to tell you that that helped shape my mind and think that if I'm going through this, I know a lot of people, and I knew a lot of people who were going through this too, who I started teaching the instrument and all of that. They could not afford the instrument. I'll bring them to church and then I'll send them to gigs and they'll make some little money and then we'll start looking for a way to get them instruments. And I thought to myself, I'm like, first of all, there are a lot of underserved communities. There are a lot of kids who cannot afford a lot of stuff. Their parents, there's no money, there's no this, but they are talented and gifted. How do I help? And I thought to myself, I need to start buying instruments for kids and not
mm,
just buying instruments. I need to pair them up with teachers
Yeah.
mhm,
who can teach.
mhm,
Um, while a lot of I come out, I'm a doctor, I got a job, I'm a this, I come out this, I Harvard. Musicians, people who go to study music, not everyone. You only maybe 1 or 2%, maybe 5%, maybe less than 1% make it as top musicians.
mhm,
Not everybody that goes to study music is going to be a music performer. A lot of people are going to end up as music educators because that's who they are. That's what
mhm,
they are. Not everyone, even the performers teach. I used
mhm.
to teach too. And so I was like, okay, we need to create more jobs for musicians. And so I'm going to start establishing what I need to do is you're a music. I taught you. So I raised a lot of orchestras back home before I moved to America. And I was like, you teach, right? I'm going to take you to a church where they need whatever. And then I'll speak with the pastor, we'll get instruments. And then the students who are really good, I'll probably use my own money to buy instruments for them. And I was paying for these teachers to teach students. And that's how I was able to raise orchestras in different places and communities. Now, I'm not talking about rich kids who can afford it. I'm talking about people who come from poor homes or
Right.
average homes but cannot afford the instrument. That is what this foundation is about. And I've been doing that for years. And now I decided to make it, not now, but I decided to make it official in 2022 in America. While I've been a violinist, every single day in my DMs, I have musicians, young musicians who look up to me, reach out to me. Hey, I'm trying to pay for this. Oh, there's a festival. I don't have money to go. Oh, my instrument is broken. I don't have an instrument. And they
Mm.
show, I'm like, send me your recital. I listen to them play. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I send them an instrument. They go buy an instrument. Or I send them to a professor somewhere and be like, okay, go learn from this person. I can't afford the classes. I pay for the classes. And that
Mm.
is what the foundation is about. And so the foundation has become quite big. We're doing it in America. We're doing it in Nigeria. We're doing it in different places. We're doing it in Malawi. And it's not just for college students or high school students. We go all the way down to the grassroots, to 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old. And it's not just violin, keyboard, drums, guitar. To the point now where this particular village in Malawi. Malawi is central of Africa. There's a village in Malawi. There's a music educator that we're funding, to go to the village to go teach 20 kids. And she teaches them keyboard, and her partner teaches them drums. And that's how we've been doing. And these kids have never met me. They don't know me, but now they can sing and play Mary Had a
Nice.
Little Lamb with their right hand on keyboard. And that's what it's about. Now,
That's nice.
most of these kids are they are poor too. They cannot afford music education. They cannot afford a music teacher. They cannot afford an instrument. Sometimes they cannot even pay their tuition. So the foundation goes as far as providing welfare for them. So sending them to school to go study math, English, learn how to read, learn how to write, learn social studies, learn, into science, learn all of this whole stuff. Teach them, pay for their uniforms, send, not just pay for their lunches too. Like a little dollar goes a long way. And so while we're doing differently, so we cater to like different needs in different places. We're doing it in Colombia, we're doing it in Brazil, we're going to start in Argentina in March. And it's helping. I don't know how big it's going to become in the world, but so far so good. A lot of musicians from college to 3-year old, 4-year old, 5-year olds that have benefited from the foundation. And I'm so happy and I'm so glad that I'm alive and I'm able to do this with the rest of my team. And that's what the
Yeah.
foundation is about. It's music education, it's providing instruments for kids, providing welfare, sending basic education, because not everyone who studied, like I said, is going to become musicians. Someone are going to become doctors, but music itself plays a vital role in even shaping your mind for sciences.
Yes, it
So
does.
it's a whole thing. We're gonna in January in the school where I graduated from. High school is a very poor school. I just got back from Nigeria. I had a meeting with them, and I'm setting up a whole music program for about 52 students. We're gonna select 50 students, and we're gonna set up a whole music program. So we're buying instruments for the school, refurbish. They don't have any music program at all, and we're going to be doing it in my school and two other schools in that community. We're going to be buying instruments. I'm going to be sending about 7 to 10 music educators to go teach them extracurricular activities. We're trying to build an orchestra in the school. We're trying to build a band in the school, another school, another school, another school, 3 schools. It's a lot of money that is going into this, a lot of time that's going to this, but people are getting employed through the foundation. Musicians are getting employed through the foundation, and they're making money from it. And it's something I'm excited to do. Is humanity is helping. That's the major purpose. All this music and good thing and tickets that were selling, sold out shows, a huge percentage goes to my foundation. The money I'm making, I take out of it. I'll be like, all right, cool. So I need you, all 5 of you guys, to be like, hey, what's up, Demola? How can we help this foundation? What can we do to support, in any
We
way?
can.
Yeah,
There's an
Well,
organization here in
there you
Oakland. There
go.
you go.
We need to
Right
do
there.
something in Oakland.
Yeah, there's an organization that you should definitely partner with called 510 Oakland. It's
Mhm.
actually it's Sheila E's foundation,
Mhm.
and they mostly do performances out of Yoshi's. So hopefully, I can maybe get a word to one of them and invite them to come and see your show and have a conversation with you about
That,
partnering with your organization.
that would be fire. I
Yeah,
would
they
love
do the
that.
exact same thing. And in fact, I was part of them installing a program, reinstalling the music program at McClymonds High School almost 15 years ago now.
Wow.
Yeah. So
you
there's
get more information about your organization right there, right?
Yep.
And it's called, is it ADE, ADE Music Foundation, ADE?
Yeah, Ade Music Foundation.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Ade Music is the name of my record label. Foundation.
Beautiful.
Demola, I have to say though, just as you were speaking to us about your organization and you were speaking, I was just thinking about even my upbringing. I wasn't the most talented, especially when it came to instrumentation and things like that. But music definitely, in a lot of ways, I'm sure I can speak to everyone in this room. It saved my life, and so being somewhat of an introverted kid, you know, and trying to find my voice and find my way, music was what that did. So, and I found my and I was able to be successful with my academics. So I really appreciate what you're doing, and I understand what you're doing. So thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All right, so listen, we're going to do one more thing. I got another video I want people to see so they can see what they're going to see next weekend, or I'm sorry, in December when you come out here, December 5th and December 6th at Yoshi's in Oakland. 2 shows each night. One show, it's 1.5 shows are sold out right now. But the late shows are going to be more fun anyway. Don't tell nobody. So make sure you get your tickets for the 9:30 show. Yoshi.com, or just walk into Yoshi's, save that service charge, and get the tickets face value right there at the door. So let's take a look at you doing some Gap Band here, and then we'll come back and close this out. Check it out. Quit playing with him, Demola. Quit playing with him.
Come on, bro.
Quit playing with him, Demola.
Nice.
Quit playing with him.
Tell them. I ain't playing.
All right, so look, so one more time, thank you so much for doing the show. What we like to do is go around the horn and let everybody say one final thing too, and then we're going to get you along your way. Let's start with the ladies first. Ryan Nicole, you are up.
Well, brother man, we are excited to have you here. I'm really happy that we got to experience you, your exuberance, your enthusiasm for your music, your enthusiasm for the community, and your passion and mission in supporting young people to get their first taste of music instruction. This is beautiful, your heart for music, and I look forward to seeing you at Yoshi's. And I'll make sure to get you that after party information. I think you'll have a good old time out in these streets.
Listen, you said you were cooking and making food for the kids and the husband. You know, listen, I love food too. You know what I mean?
All right.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
One little plate, you know.
All right, I'll run you a plate, brother.
All right, well, thank you so much.
All right. D minor.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for being here, and looking forward to seeing you. And you are truly about the music. You speak it, you are it, and you're sincere about it. And I appreciate it very much. So truly a minor thing in a major way.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Ron.
You see what he did there? Minor thing in a major way. You see what he did there?
Dropping
I see
branding
it.
in there. I see you, brother.
I see
What?
it.
Why do they call you D minor?
Because that's my name, Damien Minor.
Wait, your name is your last name is Minor?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's a minor thing. What can I say?
In a
Okay,
major
cool.
way. In a major
Yeah,
way.
Yeah,
I like it. You've
listen.
never used that one before, D. You got to use that again.
Minor, major way.
In a
Speaking of
major
names,
way.
the almighty DJ CJ Flash, you're up.
King DEMOLA, brother. It's always good. I have the honor of doing research and finding out when we have an artist and their music and their whole get down, and discovering what you've actually done and are doing, and then to hear you talk about the roots of what it is that you and why you are where you are now. It's absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to hear this latest album coming out Friday, correct?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes, it
so
is. I appreciate that.
yeah, it's good stuff, and we look forward to seeing you here at Yoshi's in the Bay Area. Real soon.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
This is the album that's coming out on Friday. DEMOLA
Hey.
80s R&B and Pop, Volume 1.
There we go.
I would say my final thing, brother, very much. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your sense of humor. Because I don't like talking to people that got no sense of humor. You showed it that right off the top. So you're a lot of fun. I can't even imagine what's going to be like inside of you. It's going to be crazy. So I'm telling Mark Elliott and Kim Pruitt right now, you better hold on to a couple of tickets for me. And to the late show. To the late show.
You and who?
CJ, I'll be there for sure.
And a plate. I know. I see you. You want
Well,
a plate.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But we thank you very much for doing the show. I hope you had some fun with us, man. So
Listen, I love you guys. I like you guys' spirit. I love your you guys understand the art. You know, sometimes when you're having conversations with people and then after one or two I'm like, yeah, they don't understand it. So I kind of pivot. You know, yeah, it's true. And then I just pivot like, okay, I'll just say what they are really strong at, but you guys get it. You know, I'm able to go into the art deeply and come back and talk about the, little side of the business and talk about personal stuff. But I really appreciate you guys' personality. I appreciate you guys having me on your show. It means a lot. I'm honored.
Right on.
Respect to you all. Almighty CJ Flash, Chris Jordan, right? Mr. Damian Minor.
Name out there.
Yeah,
Right? Sorry.
That's all right.
that's cool. That's cool.
That's all right.
Listen, Brian Nicole, the queen of the house. You
Yes,
know what
she
I'm saying?
is.
That's right.
Great to meet you. And the legendary Jerry Dove. Nice to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you, sir. Nice to meet
Good to
you.
meet you too,
Thank
man.
you so much. I appreciate y'all. It means a
we
lot.
can see you in
Have a good
person.
evening, brother.
CJ Flash, take us home. And wait, before you do that, let you know that if you missed any of the show, you just want to watch it all over again. And why wouldn't you? Be sure you check us out on YouTube at IRTS Space Show. While you're there, sign up for it. It's free. You can see all the other shows we've done in the past with Eddie LaBerte, with Brian Culbertson, with this show with DEMOLA. You can say that you saw him on IRTS Live right before you saw him in the town that you live in. So tonight, we thank you for watching with us, and we'll see you next Tuesday with another show. CJ, now take us home.
IRTS Live is created and hosted by Jerry Dove and is joined by a team of the industry's finest. Music director CJ Flash, Ryan Nicole, Big Russ, and D Minor. IRTS Live is brought to you by C-Dove HR Consulting Group, providing personalized service for building a better tomorrow. Enjoy the difference. Check out gdovedesigns.com for hoodies and t-shirts that make a statement. And be sure to get the new IRTS Live coffee mug. Join CJ Flash for the feel-good music for the people experience. Live Mondays and Wednesdays from 1 to 3 p.m. and Fridays from 12 to 4 p.m. Pacific Time. Watch and listen to him on TikTok and Mixcloud. And if you'd like to join us as a sponsor, please email us at info@IRTSshow.com.